What's up, you guys? Welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're going to be doing a super simple install for you guys, and this is something that you guys have been asking me how I did it. So basically with today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I installed my Pittman Outdoors rooftop tent onto my Prinsu roof rack. I've been getting a lot of questions on how I did it, so in today's video, I'm going to demonstrate for you guys, the ones that asked. And at the end of this video, if you guys do want to end up purchasing a Pittman Outdoors rooftop tent just like me, and the actual mounts that go onto the Prinsu, make sure to check out the description box below because I'll make sure to link them there. So let's go ahead and get into the video and I'll show you how it's done. So right now I'm going to go ahead and show you what comes with the hardware if you do get the mounts from Prinsu for the rooftop tent. You're going to notice right here I do have the crossbars, which we already took off from the Prinsu itself, and then the hardware that comes in the box is going to be all this here. It's going to come with 4 brackets, which of course this is where the actual tent is going to mount, and then there's going to be 4 bags. In each bag there's going to be certain hardware. I just went ahead and emptied everything out and split what I'm going to need versus what I'm not going to need. So you're going to notice there's 2 different types of screws. So there's going to be these types of screws that have like this little nut in the end kind of soldered in, and then there's going to be some that look like this. So there's 2 different types. We're going to go ahead and of course put these off to the side. We're not going to need that. You're going to notice there's also these. They're kind of like a rectangle slash square. We don't need that. I'm going to put that off to the side. These washers we don't need. I'm going to push that to the side. Over here, noticing these are all the same. You're actually going to only need 16 of these. So go ahead and count 16 and the rest you can move off to the side. Same thing with the nylon nuts. Same thing with these black washers. That's all you're going to need. This, I believe, is if you have a different type of roof rack, you could use that. But as far as for me with the Prinsu, I'm only going to utilize these. Not sure if this is 100% how you're supposed to install it, but this is how I figured it out and it worked. If you want to do it a different way, that's totally up to you. I'm just showing you how I did it on mine. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, like I stated, these are the crossbars that we took off the actual Prinsu. Focus right here. You're going to notice there's a hole here, and on the other one as well. It's going to be also on the opposite side with these holes. If you flip it around, you won't see these holes anywhere. We're not going to be using this side. So let's go ahead and flip it back. So make sure these holes are facing up. That's where we're going to be mounting our hardware through. So let's get started. Go ahead and grab these screws and you're going to go ahead and slide them in. You're going to want to slide in 4. And now we're going to go ahead and get one of the brackets. Let's go ahead and now mount it. So just like that. Up next, you're going to want to go ahead and get the washers. So let's get 4 of them. Go ahead and place it. Just like that. And now you want to go ahead and get 4 of the nylon nuts and you want to go ahead and screw those in. Once you've done that, you just want to kind of hand tighten them. You don't want to screw them down just yet. I'll tell you guys why in a minute. But that's basically going to be it. Now we're going to go ahead and keep going. So let's go ahead and now mount the other 3. So now that we mounted all 4 of the brackets, as you can tell, like I stated, don't tighten them all the way yet, because now we're going to go ahead and measure them and kind of see where we need to place them, and then you can go ahead and tighten them down and we'll get ready to mount the tent. So we're going to grab one just so I can give you guys an example of what I mean. So I'm bringing it over here. Right here, what we're going to be basically doing, you're going to kind of imagine as if it was installed in the truck. So where the brackets are, of course, it's not going to be aligned with this. So you're going to need to align it. So we're going to go ahead and bring these brackets in. That's why I said not to go ahead and not to tighten it. Now that I've measured it, I'm happy with it there. I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down and do the same thing for the other one. And then we'll go ahead and mount it onto the truck.
Wait, you're not going to fit it on the camera. Okay.
It felt a lot lighter the first time I did it.
Yeah, because it was 4 of us. Oh, the first time.
No, and I put it on.
Dang.
So now that we reinstalled the crossbars, as you can tell, now I also have the tent up there. It might help to have like 2 people if you're going to be putting it on your roof, because it does have some weight to it. But like I had stated, the little legs for the actual tent to sit on, you want to make sure you measure those. It just kind of makes it easier, so that way when you put the tent on, it's kind of aligned. So up next, now we're just going to go ahead and slide the screws for the hardware to actually screw it onto the rack. We're going to slide them in through here, which I'll show you guys in a minute. It's pretty easy, not too hard. You're going to notice there's these little tabs here. You want to go ahead and take those black tabs off. Easy to take off. You just kind of snap them back. Same thing with this side. And you want to take the ones on the opposite side off as well. Super easy, nothing too hard. So what I have here, I just kind of built my own hardware from Lowe's. I have a screw like this, just enough to fit inside of there. And then one that's not too long. The tent does come with its own provided screws, so you can probably get the same size off of that, which is what I did, and I just went to Lowe's and purchased some that were a little bit smaller just to make it easier to install. As I stated, the tent does come with its own hardware, so you could use it. I just wanted to try something different, which is this screw here. It's going to be a washer, a lock washer, a nylon nut. Each bracket is going to take 2 screws, of course, so we're going to go ahead and slide 2 in for now. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and push the tent up and kind of slide the screws in, so that way they can mount onto the actual rack. So this is going to be kind of the hard part. Now you want to get your washer and then your lock washer and the nut, and you want to get it inside and kind of screw it on. Let me try to show you. All right, so as you can tell, I have the screw inside the bracket, and then I've put the washer, the lock washer, and then the nylon nut right here. I still haven't tightened it all the way. I'm going to make sure to, of course, install the rest of the hardware and then do it. And as you can tell, I have the screw already in place as well onto the bracket and the tent. And then there's the washer, lock washer, and nut. I'm going to go ahead and do this for the rest of the brackets and then align everything, and then I'll go ahead and start tightening everything down, including the actual bracket. So let's do that now. And one thing that I did notice that kind of helps out is maybe removing this rear crossbar, so that way you can get your hands inside. And then the same thing for the front. You could probably remove the windscreen to kind of help you out with the install. All right, so as you can tell, the screw is in there. The other screw is already kind of done. So I'm gonna put the washer and then the lock washer, and then the nut is gonna go next. And then as stated, we're not gonna actually tighten it down yet. I'm just gonna go ahead and hand tighten, so that way if I need to move stuff around, I could. So we'll leave it at that. I'm gonna do the rest now. So now that we're done installing the brackets, this thing is not going anywhere. We're gonna go ahead and now put back the black tabs, which went here. There's gonna be one there, one here. Of course, 2 more on the opposite side, and now it looks nice and flush, and you can have this mounted. And if you're like me, you have a best top, you can go ahead and now reinstall your camper shell and have a full-on rig. So let's go ahead and see you guys on the next one. All right, so I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. Once again, it was a video on how we installed this actual rooftop tent onto my Prinsu roof rack of my 2020 Toyota Tacoma Trd Offroad. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please make sure to smash the like button, and don't forget, if you want to go ahead and purchase yourself a Pittman Outdoors rooftop tent, just like me, these things are amazing. They're really awesome. It's going to be in the description box below. And once again, if you do need the mounts for the Prinsu roof rack, that's also going to be in the description box below. See you guys next time. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.